Happy Sabbath. Yes, once again, Northern Caribbean University is pleased to host the annual Student Literature Evangelistic Institute. And we are delighted that you are here to join with us to celebrate this very, very important event. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I would like all of our students to become literature evangelists. Because not only do you get a chance to earn, but you build your confidence in going out there in the field to work for the Lord. And more importantly, when you are out there on the battlefield for God, you don't know what miracles God has in store for you. And therefore, you have an opportunity to partner with God and to anticipate His miracles and His working in your lives.
So I'm safely home. Went to Mandeville today for a church event with Literature Evangelist at Northern Caribbean University. And so we stayed the whole day for the program and left in the evening after sunset. And as we were coming down, we reached in St. Elizabeth in Wilton. And there was an accident, like probably 2 or 3 cars in front of us. The van, I have the footage. The van, it appears that the person that was driving the van veered over into the wrong lane. Don't know if they're not familiar with the other side of the street driving, or they were dozing off, but they hit into this Jeep. The van flipped over and it was on its side. People were actually climbing out. I didn't get everything because after we stopped, we had to make sure first before we came out. And then the Jeep, the right side, the passenger side, was pretty banged up. Thank God everybody walked out. There was some bleeding. Some people was taken to the hospital. And yeah, it was something, because I've never been so close to an accident while living here in Jamaica. Thank God I haven't been in any accidents, and I've never been this close to one. So it kind of, shook me up a little bit, just in the sense of, it could have been anybody. You're driving innocently, because I don't believe anyone was speeding. And these things happen. Or maybe the person was speeding and that's why the van flipped. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. And there was a gentleman that was standing there. He said that he noticed that the van was veering over and he hurried along, but I guess the person behind him wasn't so fortunate. So hopefully everybody is fine. There's no internal bleeding or anything like that, and everybody's going to be okay, besides any bruising or, mild lacerations. So what you'll see is just a part of what happened. So this is just encouragement for us to be careful. Try to stay alert. If you feel sleepy or whatever, take some rest before you get on the road, and just be very, very cautious. I find that a lot of people drive fast here. So we just got to be careful. Adjusting to driving in Jamaica has not been the easiest, but it's tolerable. Most times I'll pull over and let the person just go, because I'm not going to put myself in danger or anyone that's in the vehicle with me in danger for other people, All right, then. Take care. I just had to add how important prayer is. Before we drove off, one of the students came on the bus, the coaster, to tell us, bye-bye. And we asked her to pray, and she prayed and talked about the Lord covering us from any dangers and from any accidents, and all parts of the vehicle, keep us safe and all of that. And so we're very, very thankful for that prayer, because the prayer took us safely home. So it's important to pray. And at times like this, it's just, when I see these things and I hear about people dying and things like that, I just am reminded how precious life is and how we shouldn't take it for granted. And how we should get to know God, and accept the love that God is, and accept Jesus' death on the cross for us. There's too much happening, and we all have to realize that, and we can't just keep doing things the way that we do them. I strongly believe Jesus is coming soon. And I'm just encouraging people, get to know God before it's eternally too late. He will help to deal with every stressor that you have in your life, everything. God will help you to deal with it. All right. Who's bleeding? But where's he rushing to go? He doesn't see that there's an accident? Where he going? This is ridiculous. But where he going? Mercy. Help the young lady get up now. It looks so. I didn't even realize. This is bad. No, somebody, I think, came out of it. I hope so. Oh, mercy. The man is bleeding. He probably had, be careful. Don't rub. If anything, don't wipe. Don't wipe. Don't wipe. The lady said they're going to send. I don't think that's a good idea. Water? So when the recording stopped, I had gone to go get some water. Well, to see if anyone on the coaster had water. I got the water and came back and offered it. But at that point, the person that was bleeding, he had gotten on a bike to be taken to the hospital. I can say people were helpful because the van that's on the side was across the street where nothing could pass. And so people just came out and was telling them to get out, and they helped shake it and move it and get it out the way so that, eventually the vehicles could move. So even though some were impatient and wanted to rush and hurry up and pass, there were a lot of people that came out to help and to find out if everyone was okay. And that's one thing I definitely love about Jamaica. People are so helpful. They're very helpful. When situations like this come up, very helpful. Helpful to children, older adults. And so once again, everyone, just be careful out there. Be very, very careful. All right.